Don.
And this is Loving Heart Talks. This is our initial video podcast. And so, Don, what are we doing here?
I thought you knew.
No.
Let's see, what are we doing here? I found over the years, I work with a lot of clients, and they're always looking for answers. And I myself was looking for answers. And I noticed as I got older, if I just became still and just went within, there was these answers. And a lot of times I'd be talking to clients, they'd be asking me questions, and I'd even say things like, "Did you hear that? That's amazing." And it wasn't from my ego, it was from a place deep inside, I call it my heart, or just love. So answering questions from a place of love.
Right. And I've known you for a couple of years, and I've always felt that there was a heightened intuition or an energy that you did have a knowledge of just that peaceful state and how we can bring the best out of ourselves from there.
Which is incredible when you think, I grew up in New York, I was a New York City construction worker.
Right.
I mean, at one time the F word was every other word out of my mouth, and here I am many years later, you know, talking like Gandhi or,
Sure.
Christ energies coming through me. And I surprise myself, because even like if I get angry at people, it's like, what's the loving way to handle things?
Right.
So it evolved to that. I always wanted it, but now it's here. So it's like, let's do some videos and see if we can have everyone come from this place inside themselves.
Right. Yeah. So, like I said, I've known you for a couple of years, and we've you had spoken to me about wanting to do some videos, and we just started this project, and we found ourselves sitting here in our little set that we love, and we're just going to have these honest conversations.
And we could cover anything from personal relationships to health problems to the energy involved in just being happy every day.
Yeah.
And one of the topics I hope we cover is people talk about the glass half full and half
Sure.
empty. It's like, why would we ever look at it being empty? We have so much to be grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. So I don't even know who the person I am is now and how this happened, but with all the stuff that's happened in my life, I wake up every day and it's like, look at that glass, it's half full.
Right. Oh, I'm the same exact way. It's been quite the roller coaster, and I'm almost 35, and I can't believe what I've been through. Even Don mentioned the other day, he's like, the life you've lived in just 35 years. So we might touch on some of those personal things as we go along on these video podcasts, these little adventures, and we're going to try to keep everything from 5 to 10 minutes. I know our modern technological world, we can't keep an attention span that long. I know I'm that way, and you'll even see with Don and I. I mean,
It might be really hard for us.
Right, we're going to jump all over the place. You're probably going to shake your head half the time, but this is just going to be fun, and it's going to be real, and we just want to inspire you guys to live the best life you can.
And hopefully through our videos, you'll be able to come from a place inside yourself and answer and find clarity to the situations in your life.
Oh yeah, and it's not
And
easy, but it's simple.
I know, it seemed so hard to me when I was younger, and then all of a sudden I realized, my God, I'm doing it. I didn't even know, I thought it was going to be a miracle, and one day the switch was going to turn, but it kind of evolved, and
Yep.
it's like, my God, I'm answering from a place of love.
That's a lot with my story, and so, well, let's just kick it right off. Since we're talking about our heart and being the best us possible, something that comes to mind and something that you and I have discussed is emotions and how this society seems to make it as though we're only supposed to be happy. And if we feel anything but happiness, then there's a stigma attached to it. So there's a lot of that kind of thought process in the mental health world. So if you're depressed, then take this pill. And we don't know how to just allow ourselves to feel sad or allow ourselves to feel angry and embrace that emotion and then move on with love. So what do you think about that, Don?
Well, the interesting part is whatever feeling it is, there's always a judgment around it.
Right.
And I guess we learn that, when we're children, like, little babies laughing and everyone's, oh, look how cute, and they're crying, oh, don't cry. But it's like, imagine living a life where emotions arise and you don't have a judgment about it. So is crying less than laughing?
Yeah.
And I think we'll be talking about it in another podcast, but it's like, children, babies feel. We tell them which one's good, which one's bad. But, just even the other day, God, I was I was kind of depressed. And I just thought, oh my God, I shouldn't feel depressed. And I was like, duh, I'm depressed.
Right.
So I just stayed in my depression
Mm-hmm.
without the judgment. And depression was as good as joy at that moment.
Exactly.
Yeah, so just, I guess the short answer for this, and I know we're going to discuss it many more times, but the short answer is give yourself permission to be you.
Yeah.
Without the judgment, sad is bad, angry is bad, and anger is a feeling. And, you know, we all get angry. As long as you're not hurting someone,
Right.
let the anger come out.
Yeah.
And you'll see a baby crying and screaming,
Yep.
no judgment, 2 minutes later they're laughing and happy.
That just made something pop into my head. There's an acronym, and it's HALT, H-A-L-T. And I don't know, I learned this actually in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. And I had a sponsor once that she would always remind me, she'd say HALT. And HALT stands for hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And if you're any one of those things, you know, allow yourself to feel it, but recognize it, and then feed that need. You know, if you're angry, do some meditation or some simple breath techniques, which Dawn is, you know, a master at and teaching others. And if you're hungry, you know, feel that hunger, you know, feel that identify it and be curious about it, and then go have a snack. You know, it's pretty easy. Lonely.
Well, and another thing about feelings, like as I work with people, and I go, how do you feel? And it's like, you might as well ask them how to do heart surgery.
Right.
You know, they go, I feel good.
Right.
I feel hungry. It's funny,
I'm okay, I'm fine.
There was a TV show with Tim Allen years ago, and it was a bunch of men, and it was Tool Time Tim, I think it was called.
Yes, I know.
And he got all the men together, and they're going to start talking feelings, you know. So they're sitting at a table, and I go, so guys, how do you feel? And the guys were like, oh, they were in such pain, and one guy goes, you know, I'm feeling really hungry.
Right.
But it's like, you know, getting in touch with your feelings, and that's where, you know, through the meditation, like you said, it's like, just still yourself. And I remember years ago, they say just be, and it sounds so simple, but, you know, through meditation, through just not needing to do anything, just be with yourself, you could come to this place inside yourself where you feel, you allow yourself to feel, and you all heard like feelings are like clouds going over,
Right.
and it's like just let them go over without the attachment. You don't grab onto clouds.
Right. That's one of my favorite meditations when a yoga teacher or a meditation instructor talks about the clouds. And at first it was like, there's no way I can just let those thoughts be clouds. But if you really, almost literally think it as clouds, you know, just watch them pass, and that they will escape your mind, or at least it's worked for me.
And I hope in future ones, attachment, I get attached to stuff and I'm always disappointed, so.
That's a big one. We'll
Yeah.
have to definitely write that down.
Yeah.
We've got a little list going, so we've been prepping for this for a couple days after we finally decided how we were going to do this. We didn't know if it was going to be me interviewing Dawn or what, but we decided that the way our conversations go in real life, and I mean, honestly, this is real life right here, so we're not really putting on any show for you guys. You probably already could tell. But in real life, this is how Dawn and I's conversations go, and it's just easy and natural. And so, but we've got a nice little list of things that we're going to start off with talking to you guys. And at the start, we might try to post like one video a day or one every other day, and just kind of see how it goes.
And then feel free to, you know, write in your questions, and then we see what arises. We just get still, and the answers will be there.
Yeah, you can comment below, and you can also check out our website, lovinghearttalks.com. And then we also have, don't have it yet, but I'm going to get it going today, a Facebook page. And if you just search in Facebook, Loving Heart Talks, you'll find us there. And then also we're going to start an Instagram. So we're going to do all sorts of fun stuff. We really want to get an online presence and get you guys involved. So like I said, we've got a nice little list of things going, but if you start watching and you enjoy these little, you know, podcasts, these little blurbs of information, feel free to let us know what you want us to talk about. You know, it's going to all come from here, and it's just going to be real. So
Good job, sweetie. That was
thanks
great.
for watching, and we can't wait for our next video. So I think we're going to kind of try to talk about children and babies and loving ourselves. So we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.